surgeons here. Today we're going to show a patient testimonial of a patient, a 49-year-old, suffered a pretty bad injury with a complete MCL mid-substance tear that was unrepairable, a posterior lateral corner injury that was checked on stress x-rays, ACL injury, in addition to a lateral meniscal root. So we had to do a reconstruction of his ACL, posterior lateral corner, and his MCL, which is a pretty significant surgery in addition to fixing his lateral meniscal root. And I think you'll see his experience here was good, and he had a very good outcome, which was quite impressive.
So I had a bad knee injury. It was caused from horseplay, and it's kind of the way it goes. I was really athletic on a lot of things before it happened, so I had put a lot of decision making into who I was going to have probably fix my leg. First visit after I decided to go with Dr. Garcia, he looked at my knee. He already had seen the MRI. We met. One thing that I had never experienced before is Dr. Garcia made sure that I was mentally okay with what was going on. And typically, sometimes surgeons, they might miss that part of it, and he doesn't. He takes that very serious. And I know that he likes to do younger athletes, and that was important to me because even if I'm old, I kind of wanted to be treated like a younger athlete. So there was things that we connected on right out of the beginning, aside from our enthusiasm and kind of just us wanting to be good at whatever we're doing, and that's what Dr. Garcia wants to do. Post-surgery, the experience was 10 out of 10. He told me exactly what he did during the surgery, gave me a report. It was very extensive. It was a little longer surgery than we all expected, but there's a little more things to do with my leg than we thought initially. Everything turned out great. He told me one line. He says, "Kyle, it was a high five experience when we were done." It stuck in my mind because I have those kind of challenges, and sometimes they're hard, but they are successful at the end. When I came in after the first 6 weeks, we drained the knee. I needed a little more range of motion. He made the call to take some fluid out. It was a great decision. I got a lot more range of motion as soon as he did that. He took x-rays, made sure the alignment was right. Everything looked from side, from front. That's very important. It could be off a few degrees. He was explaining to me and was very happy with all the results. We did some range of motion tests. We did some movement tests. Each time he was always checking to make sure, and he would check it against my good leg, which always made me feel good. He says, "Hey, it's actually a little tighter than your good leg. You're going to be okay." And everything that we checked on was at where we needed to be or ahead of where we needed to be in my time frame. Today, we're almost a year from surgery. My surgery was August 29th. So checked the report, not even a year yet. And there was a lot of speculation. You could have crossroads in anyone's life mentally where you could say this is the end or the beginning. And I chose the path that I was going to really try to make this happen. And Dr. Garcia, he did everything that he could to make my knee at a level that I needed to be. Athletically and just the things that I wanted to continue in my regular life. And so then I went farther and did my PT serious and stayed with it. And I think that, I know doctors don't say miracles, but the damage that was done to my knee, what it is doing now is practically a miracle. I'm able to hike. We actually did a hike on Mount Eleanor last week. There was 375 people on GPS timing, and it's 2,500 elevation gain in 1.8 miles, and I did it in 46 minutes, which was number 2 out of 375. And these guys are kids. I'm going. So it was real. And so I'm slalom skiing, cutting. I'm playing tennis at 100% speed. I'm mountain biking 16 miles a day, single track with drops. Everything that I would hope from my knee at this stage of the game has exceeded any expectations I ever had. And I am competing at levels that people with 2 good knees can't do. So I'm pretty